First off, everyone, I want to thank you so much on behalf of Rhode Island Pride and the entire LGBTQIA+ community here in Rhode Island for joining us today to stand up against bigotry and hate. And this is such a beautiful thing that everyone turned up on such short notice. Less than 24 hours ago, we read that tweet, and now you are all standing here today in downtown Providence in Cathedral Square so that we can stand up against that tweet that he put out yesterday. I want to recognize some elected folks who are out in the audience who joined us today. We have Bristol City Councilman Tim Sweeney, Providence City Councilwoman Kat Kerwin, Providence Councilman Michael Correa, Senator Melissa Murray, Representative Marsha Rangel-Vassell, and Rep. Dave Bennett, and Rep. Chris Millay. I'm so sorry. I knew I would get one wrong. I apologize that it was yours. I also want to thank the president of the Rhode Island National Organization for Women, Hillary Levin Friedman, for being here. We have Ethan Huckle, the president of TGI Network. I'm trying to think of all the other people I saw. I honestly thank each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. So give everyone else a round of applause. The governor called. She sends her regrets that she cannot be here with us today. She released a wonderful statement standing in solidarity with our community, so we thank her as well. We thank everyone else who released statements as well. I'm gonna keep my comments short because I really only have one or two things to say, and I know you've heard a lot of them already. First, I'm not an expert on Catholicism, but I do read the news. Just a few years ago, you know, right? Yeah, we all read the news, right? Yeah. Just a few years ago, the Pope himself embraced his former student, a gay man, and his gay partner in Washington, and famously said, "Who am I to judge?" Similarly, the Pope himself hosted a proud transgender man from Spain at the Vatican itself. Diego had been scorned in church in his hometown of Plasencia in western Spain, but he wrote to Pope Francis, and Pope Francis invited Diego to the Vatican to show the world what it means not to judge. And now we're here today in 2019. That's right, 2019. And we have Bishop Tobin preaching hate and encouraging all of his followers to judge. How do we feel about Bishop Tobin's actions? Now let us be clear, we already know how most Rhode Island Catholics feel about the LGBTQIA+ community. Most Catholics believe in Jesus' message of loving thy neighbor, not judging thy neighbor, of treating those how you want to be treated. Most Catholics in Providence do not support Bishop Tobin's bigotry and hatred, and we all know that. Yesterday, I joined a number of people on social media in calling for Bishop Tobin's resignation for his words, and I stand by that again today because there's no place for hate and bigotry in Rhode Island or anywhere in the United States of America. Rhode Island deserves a bishop. Catholics in Rhode Island deserve a bishop who is going to stand for the LGBTQI+ community and welcome them through those doors right behind us. Finally, I just want to be clear exactly how harmful Bishop Tobin's bigoted rhetoric is. Imagine if you're a lonely teenager or younger kid reading that tweet yesterday on social media, and let's be clear, it was everywhere, and not just in Rhode Island, but across the country. You can't hear me? I've never heard that one before. Can you hear me now? Alright, I apologize. You know, Bishop Tobin's bigoted rhetoric isn't welcome here, or yesterday, or today. You know, and you know on the inside, you know you're different, but you're slightly afraid to find others like you. We need to read positive, welcoming, affirming messages from people who hold leadership positions. If you have a voice, you must use it for good. If you use it for hate and bigotry, you're only going to hurt people who you are targeting, and that's not okay. I've heard countless stories of young people who have read things that people say about our community, and it hurts. It makes young people think of taking their own lives, and we see that on a daily basis across this country and in this world, and we need to send a message of love. And you know what I see here today? I see love. Can we say love? Love. 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 Can we say love? It's statements like Bishop Tobin's tweet yesterday that forced so many of us back into the closet to feel like we should be ashamed of who we are, that we should not even dare to exist. That is the opposite of the message we want to be putting out here in our community, and especially to the young LGBTQ people here in Providence. So as president of Rhode Island Pride, on behalf of our entire board of directors and the LGBTQI+ community across the state, let me just say this to the LGBTQI+ youth who are listening. We hear you, we love you, we see you, your identity is valid, and don't even think about listening to anyone who tells you otherwise. Can we say love one more time? Love! Love one more time? Love! Again! Love! Again! Love! Again! Love! Say it louder for the church in the back! Love! And one more thing. We invite all of you to come out and live your truth at the annual Pride Fest and Parade happening on June 15th. Because let me tell you, you think this is amazing, and it is? That's going to be even more amazing, and I can't wait to see all of you there, because we're going to be celebrating what again? Love! 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 What are we doing here? Love! Thank you very much, everyone.